Wait a minute, what's happening? The drama is by no means done.
Here are 5 of the most epic and bravest moments in the history of Test match cricket.
Colin Cowdrey coming out with his left wrist broken.
In June of 1963, the West Indies was touring England for a 5-match Test series. During the second Test at Lord's, the Windies left England with a target of 234 for victory, with more than a day's play left. England buckled at 31 for 3 on day 4, when Colin Cowdrey stepped in. He scored 19 runs before a bouncer from West Hall struck his left arm.
Cowdrey was hit on the arm by a fast, short-pitch ball. He left the field with a suspected broken wrist.
It is reported that the crack of his arm fracturing was heard around the field. He left the field in agony and watched his team with a plastered arm from the players' balcony at Lord's. It was clear that his role in this match and the tournament was over. The English batters struggled on the 5th day. The wickets kept tumbling, but the last pair of batters brought England within 6 runs of victory, with only 3 balls remaining in the match. But then...
3 balls to go, 6 runs needed. There's the run! He's going to be run out, he must be! Shackleton's run out!
Derek Shackleton was run out while attempting a very risky run. But the windy celebration was short-lived as the injured Cowdrey appeared from the pavilion, padded up with a plastered arm.
2 balls and Cowdrey with one hand is going to come in.
England needed 6 runs to win, but decided to simply survive the remaining 2 balls to force a draw. Cowdrey remained at the non-striker's end while David Allen survived the last 2 balls to draw the match and save England from a second consecutive defeat.
It's a draw! England have saved the game.
The Windies won the series 3-1, but Sir Cowdrey's heroics are still remembered more than 60 years later.
He's hit him in the face, he's dragged it onto his wicket.
Here's McCosker swathed in bandages.
On 12 March 1977, Australia and England played the one-off centenary test at the MCG in Australia. Australia batted first and lost the early wicket of Ian Davis, but then, with McCosker on 4, Bob Willis delivered a ripper.
So Willis again. Sean, he's pulled it on. Hit him in the face. He's hit him in the face, he's dragged it onto his wicket.
The celebrating fielders quickly realised that something was seriously wrong. McCosker was in agony.
It seems as though he's spitting out some blood. That looks to be a nasty one.
His jaw was shattered. On the 4th day, during their second innings, Australia wanted to put up a decent score for England to chase, but they were losing quick wickets and still short of a healthy lead. After the 8th wicket fell, the crowd started buzzing. Heavily bandaged with a jaw that had to be wired in place and no helmet, Rick McCosker walked onto the field to push Australia to a convincing total.
8 for 353, and here's McCosker swathed in bandages with March approaching his century.
McCosker scored 25 runs from 68 balls and played a vital supporting role in building a match-winning 54-run 10th wicket partnership with Rod Marsh.
Indicating that's his 100. Rod Marsh has made history in cricket.
Australia managed to win the game by 45 runs, the exact same result as 100 years earlier, between the same 2 sides on the exact same ground. McCosker later said, "If you get kicked off a horse, you get back on again. It was such a big game and such a big moment, I had to be a part of it."
And he's gone, caught the ball with one hand.
Marshall has 7 wickets.
West Indies legend Malcolm Marshall once did something that Clive Lloyd described as the greatest and most courageous act he's ever seen. The West Indies toured England in 1984, and during the first innings of the 3rd test, Marshall severely broke his hand while fielding. His hand was immediately treated and put in a cast, and he was told that he'll be out of action for at least 10 days. England scored 270 runs, but when the Windies replied, their 9th wicket fell for 290 runs, with the innings hero Larry Gomes stuck on 96 not out. But Marshall wasn't having any of it.
Malcolm Marshall comes out now with his left wrist in plaster.
He appeared from the dressing room, ready to bat, with no helmet and a broken hand. Not only did he manage to score a one-handed boundary,
He's going to get 4 runs there. And Marshall off the mark with a boundary. A one-handed boundary too.
he stuck around long enough for his partner to score a well-deserved century. And if that's not enough, Marshall came back out to bowl, and he ripped through the England lineup with 7 wickets.
Marshall has 7 wickets, his best ever figures in Test match cricket, 7 for 53.
The Windies went on to win not only this Test match, but every other match in the series. And Marshall's heroics are still talked about more than 40 years later.
This is a mighty figure, one of the great men of the modern game, and Sydney is standing to him.
As the youngest captain ever, Graeme Smith led the South African team to their first historic win in Australia. With the series already won, Mitchell Johnson struck Smith on the hand during the third and final test.
Oh, that's ripped into the gloves. That really has hurt Graeme Smith.
And with a severely broken hand, Smith was out for the rest of the match. With his hand in a cast, he watched as his team fought to save the match. An unexpected tail-end partnership balanced the match on a knife's edge as the final overs and minutes ticked away. When the final wicket fell, the SCG exploded into wild celebrations.
Oh, now then, yes! McDonald's got it. Now, wait a minute, what's happening?
Graeme Smith appeared from the stands, dressed in full cricket kit and equipment that he borrowed from his teammates to try and save the match for his country. As the celebrations came to a halt, the tired Aussie bowlers realized it's not over yet. And instead of boos, the Australian crowd got on their feet and cheered as the South African captain walked out to bat.
One of the great men of the modern game, and Sydney is standing to him.
And the Sydney crowd really appreciating Graeme Smith's courage.
The bowlers gave everything that they had left after a long day, while Smith was fighting through the pain, and 1 ball and 1 minute at a time.
Well played, very well played. It will have really hurt, but it is magnificently well played.
With only 11 balls remaining to save the test match, the same bowler who broke Smith's hand in the first place came back to finish the job. A brave and bittersweet finish to an historic series, and Graeme Smith enjoyed an incredible career as one of the most respected and successful captains in the world.
And here he comes, watch this!
He walks to the crease with that front shoulder in a sling.
The fifth test between India and England was all or nothing for India to save the series. On the third day, Woakes dislocated his shoulder while fielding on the boundary, a painful injury that takes weeks to recover from. But Woakes, along with the rest of the world, watched as one of the most incredible test match finishes unfolded. And on the last day, England required another 35 runs for a series victory, with 4 wickets in hand, but Woakes with his arm in a sling.
35 goes to 31 needed.
India delivered a brutal bowling performance, with Mohammad Siraj taking a fiver in unbelievable fashion. As England's batters fell one by one, Chris Woakes slowly realized what had to be done. With only 17 runs needed for a series victory, the 9th wicket fell. And every person at the Oval looked up at the England dressing room. Chris Woakes, with his arm in a sling, came walking out to bat.
And here he comes, watch this, a la 1963, Colin Cowdrey.
With Atkinson on 8 not out, they managed to scrape together a few runs and took all necessary risks to keep Woakes off strike, while he was clearly in a lot of pain.
He's hurting, you can see he's hurting.
With only 7 runs needed for a series victory, Siraj crushed England's dreams. India won the match and ripped the series from England in extraordinary fashion. But Woakes' courage to fight to the bitter end will be remembered long after the results. Some more epic moments that I'll cover in another video include Anil Kumble, who bowled 14 overs and got the wicket of Brian Lara with a broken jaw, Pant scoring 50 against England with a fractured foot, and Glenn Maxwell thrashing Australia to victory with a double century, all while hopping along with cramps. Let me know in the comments, what other heroic cricket moments do you remember? And subscribe for more cricket content just like this.